All right, let's kick things off with something that's going to give you nightmares. If you thought old cartoons were just innocent fun, think again. The new action horror game, Bad Cheese, is taking that vintage 1920s animation style and twisting it into something deeply disturbing, exploring themes of family trauma in a way that's both unique and unsettling. Get ready to face your fears. Next up, we're diving deep into the business side of gaming. A former Microsoft executive is weighing in on Xbox Game Pass, stirring the pot by claiming the subscription service creates weird inner tensions within the industry. This comes hot on the heels of other industry vets questioning the long-term health of subscription models. Is Game Pass really as sustainable as Microsoft claims? And speaking of Game Pass, we've got more on that. Another former Xbox VP is echoing those concerns, specifically pointing out how Game Pass adoption might be impacting traditional retail revenue for developers. We're talking about the real impact on creators and whether this model is truly healthy for the industry as a whole. You won't want to miss this discussion. Finally, get ready for some pure psychological horror. Karma, The Dark World is launching on Xbox this week, bringing a mind-bending first-person thriller to the console. You play as a detective diving into the memories of suspects, uncovering a dark conspiracy that challenges everything. Plus, a new trailer just dropped, and there's a special Xbox Green Camera mode. Stick around for all the details and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss a single update. Hit that like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. This 1920s cartoon is a gruesome nightmare. Are you ready to be deeply disturbed by something that looks like it came straight out of the golden age of animation? A new game called Bad Cheese is pushing the boundaries of what we expect from vintage cartoon aesthetics, transforming the jerky, black and white style into a chilling psychological horror experience. It taps into that uncanny valley feeling many get from early animation, but weaponizes it. Developed by a solo creator, Simon Lukasik, Bad Cheese presents a seemingly innocent world inspired by the 1920s animation era, but beneath the surface lies a dark narrative exploring themes of family trauma, abuse, neglect, and alcoholism. You play as a young mouse whose mother has left notes around the house, guiding you through tasks that gradually reveal these heavy themes. The contrast between the cute, classic cartoon world and the mature, disturbing subject matter is what makes this game so unique and impactful. The gameplay is first-person, putting you directly in the tiny paws of the mouse. You'll perform household chores like cleaning a messy kitchen filled with beer bottles and cobwebs, or swatting spiders which escalates into a boss fight. Tasks also involve puzzle solving and light platforming, though the controls can feel a bit clunky and stiff at times, with actions like grabbing items not always feeling intuitive. However, operating machinery, like a cathartic hoover or a sock washing machine that doubles as a weapon against monster moths, is surprisingly fun and engaging. Visually, Bad Cheese is outstanding, perfectly capturing the creepy essence of old cartoons while introducing its own disturbing creature designs and detailed environments. The sound design, with its scratchy 1920s music and brilliant voice work, further enhances the unsettling atmosphere. Despite some minor gameplay stiffness and occasional dark lighting, Bad Cheese is a creatively ambitious game that horror fans and lovers of classic animation styles will want to experience. It's a good game with a few quirks, definitely worth a look if you're ready for a unique, albeit nightmarish, adventure. Don't go anywhere, because we've got more industry drama and terrifying new releases coming your way. Xbox Game Pass creates weird inner tensions, says former Microsoft exec. The debate surrounding the long-term health and impact of subscription gaming services, particularly Xbox Game Pass, continues to intensify with new critiques from former industry insiders. Following recent comments from Bethesda's Pete Hines, a former Microsoft executive has now weighed in, adding significant weight to the concerns. Sean Layden, a former PlayStation executive, publicly supported Hines' assertion that subscription services are problematic if they don't properly support game developers. Layden emphasized the need to question whether these services are healthy and helpful for the developer, not just profitable for the platform holder. This sentiment was then echoed by Shannon Loftis, a former VP at Xbox Game Studios with nearly 3 decades at Microsoft, who confirmed the existence of weird inner tensions created by Game Pass. Loftis acknowledged that Game Pass has had successes, citing games like Human fall flat that might not have found an audience otherwise. However, she stated that for the majority of games, adoption on Game Pass comes at the expense of retail revenue, unless the game is specifically designed for extensive post-release monetization. This suggests a significant portion of Game Pass content cannibalizes potential direct sales, creating a complex financial dynamic for developers. This criticism aligns with ongoing industry discussions and even Microsoft's own admissions. During the FTC trial for Activision Blizzard, PlayStation's Jim Ryan claimed publishers universally disliked Game Pass for being value-destructive and suggested Microsoft was losing money on it. While Xbox boss Phil Spencer has defended Game Pass's sustainability and growth, these new comments from former insiders highlight a persistent unease within the development community about the model's impact on traditional revenue streams and the overall health of game creation. But the drama doesn't stop there. We're also diving into another critical look at Game Pass and a brand new horror game that's about to drop. Former Xbox VP echoes Game Pass concerns, citing weird inner tensions. Criticism surrounding Xbox Game Pass continues to surface from within the industry, with former Xbox VP Shannon Loftis adding her voice to the growing chorus of concern about the subscription model's impact on developers. Loftis, who spent 29 years at Microsoft and managed key Xbox projects, stated on LinkedIn that while Game Pass has provided a platform for some games that might otherwise have failed, like Human fall flat, its widespread adoption often comes at the cost of traditional retail revenue. She noted that this is especially true unless games are meticulously engineered for post-release monetization, a strategy not feasible or desirable for all titles. This perspective directly follows comments made by Pete Hines, former Bethesda executive, who controversially stated that subscription services are worth jack shit if they don't properly balance the needs of the service with the creators of the content. Loftis' statement was posted in response to former PlayStation boss Sean Layden, who amplified Hines' remarks, urging a focus on whether subscription services are healthy and helpful for developers, not just profitable for platforms. While not all games launching day one on Game Pass suffer financially, with titles like Clair Obscur, Expedition 33, and the Oblivion remaster reportedly achieving strong sales, the recurring commentary from former executives like Loftis suggests a significant underlying tension. These insights raise important questions about the sustainability of the subscription model for a diverse range of game developers, from indie studios to major first-party teams, and how it shapes the economic landscape of game development. And for our final news bite, prepare for a psychological thrill ride as a new horror game hits Xbox. Karma, The Dark World launches on Xbox, promising psychological horror. Horror fans, get ready for a chilling new experience as Pollard Studios' first-person psychological thriller, Karma, The Dark World, officially launches on Xbox this week. With its release on September 10th, the game aims to plunge players into a dark conspiracy that will test their perceptions of reality. Players will step into the role of Daniel McGovern, an elite agent from an organization called Rome. McGovern's job involves mind-diving into the memories of suspects, acting as a sort of detective for the subconscious. What begins as a routine investigation quickly spirals into something far more sinister, revealing a complex and unsettling dark conspiracy that challenges everything he believes, according to publisher Wired Interactive. This version of Karma, The Dark World, is not entirely new, having already launched on Steam, PlayStation, and GOG. However, the Xbox release comes with an exclusive Xbox Green camera mode, offering players a unique and potentially more unsettling visual filter to experience the game's atmosphere. The game is priced at $19.99 USD, with a 20% launch discount bringing it down, and a deluxe digital edition is also available. The launch is accompanied by a new trailer, showcasing the game's tense atmosphere and mind-bending narrative. Karma, The Dark World invites players to confront their deepest fears and uncover hidden truths in its unsettling world. Will you be diving into this dark thriller? That's all the news for today, but stick around for a super quick recap and all the ways you can stay connected. Alright everyone, that's a wrap on today's gaming news. We covered the terrifying 1920s horror of bad cheese, the ongoing debate about Xbox Game Pass's impact on developers with insights from former execs like Shannon Loftis, and the intense psychological thriller Karma, the dark world hitting Xbox. Don't forget to smash that like button if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to Tenkenh for all your daily gaming updates, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a drop. Also, drop a comment below telling us what you thought of today's news, and make sure to follow us on all our socials.